Welcome back, everybody. Hope you're doing great tonight. I'm just trying to sort out some Ikoria mess that I had here. I opened a ton of Ikoria and didn't actually sort it out when I did so. Just kind of tossed it all in a monster box in order and call it a day. And so now I'm trying to make some sense of it, which is not easy because there's so many different variants in this set. It is crazy. And I opened tons of the collector's boxes, so I've got all the variants and everything here, so it's kind of nuts. But anyways, I want to just kind of make a quick video while I was sorting out some cards and talk about the announcement today from wotc that they are going to have delays in the Zendikar Rising release. Again, you know, just like we have with the last few sets. Good old 2020. You know, they said there will not be delays in the commander decks or the theme boosters. The theme boosters. That's right. The one product that nobody cares about and they never actually sell will be released on time, but everything else is going to be delayed. So I guess it's not a full-on delay across the board. It's just people are not getting anywhere near what they allocated. They're only going to get about half of what they actually expected on their allocations. So that's kind of a bummer, you know. It makes it a little more difficult for content creators and stuff like me to get the product and open it in a timely manner so everybody can check it out, you know. You know, we try to get ahead of the curve as much as we can, and we pre-order a lot of stuff, and then but you know, when we got all these delays and stuff, it kind of really throws us back on what we can open for you guys. So kind of a bummer. And I just I just kind of totally did a head slap when they announced that theme packs would not be affected by the delay. Why would they prioritize the worst product that they make that nobody cares about? Do they even sell theme packs? Does anybody actually even buying those anymore? I opened some on the channel from a couple different sets, and they were always just so disappointing. It's really a terrible product in my opinion, and I don't think they should bother making it anymore. I mean, it's that bad. But anyways, let me know your thoughts on the whole thing. Obviously, I do have collector's boxes and draft boxes and set booster boxes and all that, pre-release kits and all that pre-ordered, so I can try and get that open for you guys in a timely manner. Hopefully, I will get at least a couple on time so I can open it for you guys next week so you can see what's in it and how it opens and all that. But we'll have to see what happens because, you know, they just made that announcement today, you know, a week before the set drops that there's going to be problems with the release. Like they didn't know this months ago. Yeah, but that's wotc. They like to keep everything close to the chest until they absolutely have to tell people. So that's just how they do it, I guess. Yeah, I think the set's going to be awesome. I've been watching all the spoilers everybody's been doing on the cards, and there's so many good cards in it. And I love the landfall mechanic. That's going to be huge. I wasn't playing when landfall first came out, so this will be my first time actually getting to experience it. Unfortunately, I don't get to experience it in person at an LGS. Kind of a big bummer. I really miss playing Paper Magic because Arena is terrible. The program itself is super glitchy. But aside from that, the people on there tend to be fairly rude. As soon as they realize they're going to lose the game, they just kind of start running out the clock hoping you'll scoop, and that's so annoying. I think that's the shadiest thing. Don't do that to people. That's just rude. People, you know, time's the one thing that you can never get back in life. So wasting people's time is the worst thing you could possibly do to people. You shouldn't ever waste people's time on purpose like that. I was kind of looking at this thinking maybe a misprint, but no, I think that's just the artwork on it because they're both the same. I don't think that's roller marks or anything. What do you guys think? Is that a misprint or is that just normal? I think this is normal. We'll see if we come across a normal one in this pile here. Let's find out. But yeah, so I'm really positive about the set. I think the set's going to be incredible. It's a bummer that there's there's a normal one. Okay, not a misprint. So I think it's a bummer that there's going to be once again supply issues. It almost seems I don't know. You know, as a business manager, you know, I would kind of, if I was behind on a certain thing, I would not be trying to promote new products. I would be trying to catch up on the old ones first. Maybe it's just me, but Watchy and I might disagree on, his corner's bent. Poor guy. Well, there's a damaged migratory great horn. So, yeah, I think, oh, there's a foil that got missed. Yeah, so I think, personally, I think it's bad idea to keep releasing product and keep shoving it down everybody's throats when they can't even get a current product out on time. I think they should really catch up on things, and I'd rather see a delayed release and have it be a smooth release than these constant problematic, chaotic releases. Maybe that's just my opinion. I know Magic players seem to be fairly impatient these days, so let me know in the comments what you think, whether you'd rather have them just delay the product so they could catch up and have a little bit more of a normal release, or if you think it's just fine, who cares, 2020 is a dumpster fire year overall, let's just keep making it worse and stacking products on top of product on top of product until the whole system fails, you know. I don't know. I think it's really just, you know, no matter what our opinions are as players, I think the people that are really getting hurt by it are the stores. You know, these stores are only getting like at the most half or a quarter of their allocations that they expect, and you know, they've promised all these boxes to all these customers, and then now they're not going to get them, and it's you know, they're going to have a bunch of unhappy customers, and that could cause the downfall of even more LGSs than we've already lost this year, and possibly even some more big stores. I mean, we've had problems with some really big online stores, some huge stores that I loved. Like I kind of want to say their name, but I kind of don't want to say their name because I don't want anybody thinking, you know, hopefully this will all blow over and it won't be an issue. But one of the big stores that I really loved, they always gave me great deals on stuff, got me the stuff quickly. They were real nice, real easy to communicate with. They're having major financial issues because, you know, they're pre-ordering all this stuff and taking all these people's money, and then the stuff gets delayed, and then the people obviously start wanting their money back, and then they don't have the money to pay for the pallets when they actually do get there and stuff. So, you know, I'm not sure if that's what did it with that particular large retailer there, but, you know, that's, like, would they have had these problems in a normal year? Probably not, you know. So I think it's kind of a bad taste with WotC to keep shoving out product when they're having problems getting everything out. I really wish they'd catch up on everything and just delay some releases, push them back a little bit. Nobody really got, you know, really upset when they pushed back Icoria's release date or anything, you know. I mean, we all understood it's, you know, it's part of the pandemic 2020 chaos, you know. So, that's my opinion on it. I really wish they'd just kind of catch up before they release the next product. Just, you know, push it back. We don't care, you know. Obviously, it's too late to do that with the Zendikar. They're already shipping pallets out. So, yeah, the set will be released next week, just on a much smaller allocation than we had hoped. So, you know, I think that's just my personal opinion. I think they should really catch up on things and push back the next few sets release dates just so they can get everything caught up. I know that just doesn't work for Papa Hasbro because they want to see that quarterly income coming in so they can, you know, show their shareholders that we made X amount of dollars this quarter. We're doing great, you know. And you know, I know that's important too. As a big business, you've got to make the shareholders happy, or else people stop buying the stock, and then you're gonna have to file for bankruptcy. But that's one of the problems of being a public company. But you know, I think the shareholders would understand in this situation if they pushed a couple of release dates back, just to try and catch up on things. Because I mean, if they don't have the product to sell because they're constantly behind on stuff, they're not gonna turn those numbers anyway, you know. So I think they're just kind of shooting themselves in the foot with this whole thing. But that's just my personal opinion. Oh look, Space Godzillas. Are these things still a thing? Are they? Anybody care about these anymore? Or I don't even know. I didn't. I opened these when they were like, a couple $100 for this one, I think, and like $80 for this one or something. But I refused to sell them because I knew they were going to tank, and I didn't want people being mad at me, because I sold them some overpriced card, and then it tanked. So I just held on to them. So I don't even know if they're worth anything anymore. Let me know in the comments if people are still buying those or not. I know a lot of people probably lost a lot of money on that card. Anyways, so I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing from the set. The leaks, or not leaks, the spoilers are looking awesome. I think it's a really cool set. The landfall mechanic I'm excited about. A lot of the cards look almost broken, so that means I might be able to find a way to break them, and that's one of the most fun things about Magic to me, is actually, finding something like that, finding a card that I think I can break and make some broken twisted combo out of it. I don't know if you've watched the video on my homepage of the vintage deck that I kept when I sold my collection 12 years ago, but it's an infinite combo that's not easy to get out. It requires several pieces, but once it's out, it's game over. And that's the kind of deck that I like. I like building stuff that probably is going to lose miserably, or it's going to win gloriously. That's the fun part about Magic. It's not about copying another net deck. Please, for the love of God, people, stop net decking on Arena. I play the same deck 4 games in a row every night. It's like, enough, okay? It's have some originality, please, please. I'm proud to say I've never actually built a net deck. I've built some decks that are close to other decks I've seen people running, but I don't copy them card for card verbatim. I try and make them a little bit different. I try and add something to them or take something away. If it's a 3-color deck, I'll try and do it in 2 colors, or jump it up to 4 colors. I try and do something a little bit different. Obviously there's a finite number of combos out there, and there's obvious synergy between cards to build decks around. But, try and do it in at least a little bit original way from everybody else out there. That's just, that's a pet peeve of mine. I've never liked net decking since the day it kind of reared its ugly head back in the early days, I've never cared for it at all. I've always preferred to build original decks, win, lose, or draw, I don't think it's actually showing off your skills as a Magic player if you're playing somebody else's deck. How is that really proving you're a great player if you're playing somebody else's deck? It's just my opinion. I know a lot of people out there like net decking these days. It's kind of the thing to do, it seems, but it's definitely not for me. I don't care for it. Don't care to play against net decks. I'd much rather play against decks that people put some thought into and worked hard to build, and then worked hard to tweak and make it happen. So, just my opinion. I don't know what my opinion counts for in this world, but that's my opinion. So that's just kind of, I don't know, something that just popped into my head while I'm sorting cards here. It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once when I'm baffled by all these different variants of every single card, and trying to figure out how I'm going to sort these out to where I can actually find cards when I need them. As it is, like, if I need 1 mythic, I've got to look through 4 different piles, because I've got full art foil mythics, full art non-foil mythics, foil standard art mythics, and non-foil standard art mythics. That's just the mythics. Oh wait, and then we got to decide whether we're getting the Godzilla version or the regular version. Oh man, it's crazy. There's a lot of variants of this set. So, anyways, so I'm really liking the way the set looks. I think it's going to be an awesome set. I can't wait to try out some of the cards. Unfortunately, it's going to have to be on Arena because my LGSs still are not open for playing in person, and I don't have a kitchen table group yet because I just got back in the game in November, and then all this stuff happened in March, so I didn't really have enough time to meet some new Magic players and start forming like a tabletop group or anything. So I ended up, I've just been kind of playing on Arena here lately, and it's driving me up the wall. I do not like Arena. But you know, it is what it is. At least it gives me some place to play Magic in some form and work on decks and stuff and get back into the swing of things. Because let me tell you, I was rusty. You take 12 years off of playing this game, and you know things change. You know, the mulligan rules changed up on me and everything, and yeah, so everything's a lot different. So it was a bit of a learning curve when I got back into it again. So. But I'm starting to get back in the swing of things, but I would love to play some paper Magic to get back into the swing of things instead of just happen to do it on Arena. I just kind of realized I'm out of... Reach out or get a box here, because I am out of spots to put things to keep sorting. So that is becoming a problem. I'm going to have to put some of these foils in a box. Make some room here. Anyways, so the next set's coming out. Next year's sets look pretty awesome. Oh, the Commander Legends looks great too. That one, what I've seen of that looks like it's going to be pretty cool, and I'm glad that they're not overcharging for those boxes. That's pretty awesome. I kind of expected them to really just try and get top dollar for those boxes, but they actually aren't. They're doing, you know, not. I think they're going to be around 150, 160 for a booster box of Commander Legends. So that's pretty cool. I think that was a good call on wotc's behalf there. So we'll have to see how the set pans out. Commander Collection Green is a that's kind of a hit and a miss. I think the cards that are in it are amazing. Great card choices of the 6 that are actually green cards. And even though I love the other 2 cards, they're not green. It's Commander Collection Green. Shouldn't they all be green, or is it just, am I just wishing for too much common sense? But the cards they chose are awesome. I'm worried about the price. I have a feeling they're going to try and secret layer that and try and charge some premium price for an 8-card box. That all the other boxes identical to that, the signature spell books are all, you know, that you know, $20 to $30 range when they're released, and then usually drop down to $15 to $25 a little bit after release. So if Commander Collection Green was in that price range, it would be epic. But yeah, it's not gonna be. I mean, come on. Let's face facts. This is wotc we're talking about. There's no way they're gonna do it cheaply. They're gonna try and get top dollar for it, because you know it costs them a lot more to print a $40 card than it does to print a 10-cent card. Oh wait, no it doesn't. It's the exact same cost on their behalf. So yeah, I don't know. I'm a little scared about the price on that one. If it's a reasonable price, I will definitely pick up a bunch of those, because there's some really good cards in the Commander Collection Green. But I have a feeling it's going to be a ridiculous price for 8 cards. It's just going to be another secret layer, just not in a secret layer box. I think. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope they actually like throw us a bone and give us those at the same price, or at least a similar price to the other signature spell books. But I think that's probably wishing for a bit much from wotc. But we'll see what happens. You never know. They did print Fetchlands again. We'll have to I don't know, the verdict's still out whether it's actually a meaningful way, although you know, that's really the professor kind of coined that term. wotc didn't coin that term. They didn't say they were going to print them in a meaningful way. They said they were going to reprint them, and then we'd have to decide whether or not it was a meaningful way. And, you know, I guess it's up to everybody's personal opinions what meaningful actually is. Do I think it's meaningful? I think the overall next 2 years will be meaningful as far as the Fetchland reprints. As in the Modern Horizons 2, I think is a meaningful way. But the Zendikar Rising, I'm glad they did it the way they did it. I was really scared they were going to do it as a lottery card, or like my worst fear was that they were going to do it in the collector's boxes as a lottery card in there. So it was like they were going to do expeditions like they used to do them, but only in the collector's boxes, which would have made them really just, that would have been the absolutely not meaningful at all in any sense of the terminology, you know, because I gotta reach to get another box for the tokens, because yeah, that wouldn't have gotten enough out there for anybody to really utilize. That would have been a pretty weak way to do it. But overall, I think they did pretty good with the box topper idea and putting one in every box, including the draft boxes and the set boosters. I think that was a really good call on their behalf. I'm quite surprised, actually. I really didn't expect them to go that far with it. I really expected them to kind of really cheap out a little bit more on the reprint of the Fetchland. So, especially for the enemy fetches, because, you know, we just saw them charge, what, 100 and... They charged the stores over 100 or around 150 bucks, I think, for the secret lair ultimate there. And then of course, you know, the stores tried to cash in, and everybody was trying to sell those for outrageous amounts of money. So, but yeah, I think the new set is going to be pretty good overall, and I think that it's as close to meaningful as we could have hoped for this year. I don't think, you know, like I said, I think it surpassed my expectations for what I thought they were going to do with the reprints of the Fetchland. So I'm pleasantly surprised. I think it's awesome that there's going to be at least a 1/3 chance, unless they purposely hose us on the print sheets, and it's more like a 1/5, but which they might do. But there's probably a 1/3 chance in every box of getting a Fetchland, so that's pretty cool. It's kind of like but then again, it is kind of like the expeditions, because the expeditions, you could pretty much guarantee one in a case of 6 boxes, and these you can't guarantee, but odds are you're going to be looking at one in every 3 boxes if they don't hose us on the print sheet, and put a bunch of the cheap lands on there multiple times and the fetch lands once, which they might do. But yeah, so I guess it's actually only a really, you know, double the actual expeditions. So yeah, I mean, you open a case, you're probably only a case of draft boosters, you're probably only going to get 1 or 2 fetch lands, and that's if they keep the print sheet even, which we know they don't tend to do. So yeah, because there's 121 cards on the typical print sheet, I believe, if I am correct. So doing the math in my head, that means there should be 4 of each land plus either a blank slot or an extra one of them. Most likely they'll do 4 of each. If they're nice, they'll do 4 of each land, and then they'll probably put 1 extra of the worst, cheapest land on there. You know, but there's a good chance that we're talking about wotc here. They may put only 2 or 3 of each fetch land on the sheet and multiples of the cheaper lands on the sheet, you know, extras of the cheaper lands. So it could actually end up being just like a real expedition. They might just be kind of pulling the wool over our eyes and being like, oh no, we're going to give you a chance at a fetch land in every box. Well, technically, Battle for Zendikar had a chance of a fetch land in every box, but you really only got one in every, you know, 6 or so boxes. So that could be what happens with this set, now that I'm doing the math in my head, which kind of makes me a little disappointed. But anyways, yep, so your theme boosters will be full release on time, so I know everybody's excited about that. Said nobody ever. But yeah, there's going to be some product delays. I really wish they'd just, you know, push back the release dates on a couple sets and actually catch up on things, get caught up, and then start doing things the right way and getting things full full releases on time, in full, full allocations. That would be nice. I'm not holding my breath till that happens, but that would be nice. The sets for next year look pretty good. Some of them for me are not big hits. I don't like Harry Potter, so the whole Strixhaven thing, if it kind of goes down that Harry Potter route, might not be something I'm really big on. And then the Dungeons and Dragons, I never played Dungeons and Dragons, not once in my entire life. So that one's kind of lost on me too. I know a lot of people are going to be really excited about that one, and already are, but it's just kind of lost on me. But the Time Spiral Remastered, now that is something I'm really looking forward to. That one's probably going to be pretty epic. Time Spiral was one of my favorite blocks to draft, one of my favorite standards to play in. I loved playing standard in Time Spiral. I was doing the whole, back then it was DCI rankings, and, I was playing all the tournaments, like 1 or 2 tournaments every single week. Sometimes I think I might have even played 3 or 4 some weeks. Plus I had kitchen table group going on at the time, so I was playing Magic a lot during the Time Spiral block. And that block was just so epic. I love the return to the old cards. And I'm still disappointed that they didn't go to the Future Sight borders. I mean, I thought for sure that when they called it Future Sight, that was what they were planning on doing in the next couple of years, was they were going to change all the borders to that fancy border you see on like the Dryad Arbor and stuff. That crazy cool border. I thought that border was nice. I think I'd prefer that border over the modern border that they went with. I think that one looked way cooler than these. But, I don't know. Maybe they didn't want to redesign everything that much, or maybe it would have been harder to do the full arch with that border or something. Nah, I don't know. I have no idea why they didn't go with that border. I thought it was a cool idea, and I expected a few sets later to have that border on it. So I was kind of shocked when I came back after 12 years and there were still these borders. Like, really? They never went with the Future Sight borders? I thought for sure they were going to do that. But so the Time Spiral block, if they do that right, that's probably going to be incredible block. And then, of course, Modern Horizons 2 with the Fetchlands and standard packs is going to be awesome. And I think they said they're going to put them at rare, not even mythic. That will be definitely a meaningful reprint for Fetchlands for me, in my opinion. So, lots of good stuff to look forward to. The Walking Dead Secret Lair can take a flying leap off of a short cliff. I think that's terrible. But, I understand why they did it. If I got hired by a wotc and they're like, how can we increase our numbers? I probably would have said the same thing. Let's try and do more crossovers like the Godzilla thing, because the Godzilla thing was pretty awesome. But The Walking Dead is such a far stretch from Magic. I mean, it has nothing to do with Magic at all. Godzilla, it's mythological stuff. A future apocalyptic world of dead walking, wanting to eat your brains, zombies. Not really related to Magic at all. And I think that if they just use photos from the TV show, that's gonna be really lame. I hope they only keep it in just a little tiny secret lair, because I don't care about secret lairs anyway. So, and they've done worse on secret lair, I suppose, already. So I suppose the secret lair, it is what it is. Hopefully it's not too terribly lame, but I have a feeling it will be. So let me know your thoughts on that and all the other sets coming out. The Innistrad double set looks like it could be interesting. If it's a double release, I hope they're smaller sets. I hope they don't try and release 280 card, 300 card sets at the same time. That would be ridiculous. I hope they're smaller sets, because I loved the smaller sets. In the early days when they were doing I guess it'd be middle days when they were doing the 3 set blocks, I thought that was the best way to do it. I loved having the 3 sets all related to each other in one block, and I loved the fact that the first set was bigger, the middle set was medium size, and then the last set was small, because I love being able to open a booster box and get a good amount of the hits in the set in one box, because it was a smaller box. And sometimes you get duplication of the good cards. Not like nowadays where you get duplication of the worst cards in the set in almost every box because they obviously skew the print sheets to the weaker cards. So you have to buy more boxes to get the good hits because they know beforehand that they're going to be good hits. It's business, you know. It is what it is. Anyway, so I think next year looks pretty up and down. This year was all up. I think this year was just, every set just outdid the set before it, and they were all great. I mean, they came out of the gates swinging. I know a lot of people are down on Theros, but Theros was an amazing set. I love Theros Beyond Death. I think it's a great set. Way better than the original Theros, the whole Theros block. I've opened all the boxes from the original Theros block, and they were kind of like, eh. But the Theros Beyond Death, I've really had fun opening. I think it's gonna surprise people in the future. I think that one's gonna be worth a lot more than people think it's gonna be. I think that set's gonna hold up. It's got some really cool stuff in it, and so that started the year off. And then Ikoria, of course, was just epic. And then Core 21. Have you guys forgotten that we just got the best core set in the past 25 years? I mean, I think Core 21's better than any core set since revised. I would put it over 4th edition. I think it's a great set. They did a really great job with Core 21. It just, nobody cares because it was sandwiched between Ikoria and Zendikar. And, it had a jump start at the same time and then double masters. Yeah, double masters, another amazing set this year. I mean, I hate the pricing, and I hate how inconsistent double masters is. You can open one box that's literally a $100 box, and you can open a box that's a $500 box. Those VIP packs really just, man, I really regretted buying all those after I bought them and then opened them, and I was getting some that were like, there's $30 worth of cards in the box, and I unfortunately got way more $30 boxes than I did $100 boxes, so that really kind of, I see, Rudy will open 16 boxes and pull 3/4 of wills out of them, and yeah, I'm like, yeah, I didn't have that kind of luck on those, but then I've also seen him open 16 boxes, and they were all $30 packs, or for the most part. There was only a couple hits, so I've seen people get hosed pretty bad on the VIPs. I don't like the VIP packs. I think it's terrible idea, terrible design, way overpriced, too much packaging, but, some people love it, and to each their own. But anyways, I just kind of wanted to go over the delays with the upcoming set and just chat a little bit while I was sorting some cards. I think I'm at a stopping point here now, so I'll let you guys go. I've already been talking for over 30 minutes, so you guys have a great night. Let me know in the comments what you think of the delays, and if you think, like I do, that they should postpone some sets and just get caught up before they start trying to ram stuff down our throat again. Let me know what your thoughts are, or if you think it's, I just want the new set. I don't care if it's overpriced, because not all the boxes hit the market like they should have, and all the stores are trying to price gouge and charge $200 for a box of Jumpstart that should be $80. Let me know what your thoughts are on it. My thoughts are, I wish they'd just get caught up and delay releases until they got caught up. Stop the secret layers, just forever. But at least temporarily stop the secret layers, catch up on the important stuff, which is the set that's dropping next. Get it released on time and correctly and in full, then worry about the next set. Get caught up first on what you're doing now, instead of just snowballing this chaos over and over and over in an already chaotic year. Anyways, like I said, let me know in the comments. Check out the description below. There's tons of cool stuff in there to save you money. There is, they did say that all the Amazon orders will be filled, of course, because, they want to get their money directly. So there is links in the description to Zendikar Rising on Amazon. If you can get there before they sell out of those, you actually will get your boxes on time, because the ones in the link in Amazon will actually ship, they said. That's what wotc said. The Amazon links down there will actually ship. There's also VIP packs under $100 if you're one of the people that likes the VIP gamble. If you're into that high rolling, gambling, might lose it all thing. There is VIP packs for under $100 on Amazon, and a link down there, and some other cool double master stuff and whatnot, boxes under 300 and whatnot. So check out some of those. Even if you're not going to buy magic cards on Amazon, if you're planning on buying anything on Amazon, please use my link below, because I need to get a few more things sold through those links, or else they're going to delete my affiliate account, and then I won't be able to make any money off of that at all. It's only a few cents that I get off of each one of the sales, but a few cents, if I can get it snowballing and rolling and on a regular basis, will really help support the channel. So I would really appreciate it. As long as you use the link, anything you buy within 24 hours will get credited to me. So I would really appreciate it if you use some of those links to next time you plan on getting something on Amazon. It would mean the world to me. I really appreciate you guys' time and everything you do for the channel, and all the comments. I love chatting with you guys in the comment section. So check out some other videos while you're here. There's probably some suggestions in the corners. There's a lot of really good older videos, including lottery card pulls and stuff that just don't even have like 100 views, because they were when I first started the channel. So go check those out when you get some free time, if you wouldn't mind. And we'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much. You guys take care. Be nice to each other, and we'll see you in the next one.